Our next story is about the U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth declaring that the U.S. will take back Panama Canal from China's influence, speaking at a ribbon cutting for a new U.S. finance dock. In fact, Hegseth made that statement in presence of the Panama president. He said the U.S. will not allow China or any other country to threaten the canal's operation. Listen into what he said.
Together, we will take back the Panama Canal from China's influence. And today, the Panama Canal faces ongoing threats. The United States of America will not allow communist China or any other country to threaten the canal's operation or integrity. To this end, the United States and Panama have done more in recent weeks to strengthen our defense and security cooperation than we have in decades.
In his speech, Hegseth alluded to ports at either end of the canal that are controlled by a Hong Kong consortium. It is in the process of selling its controlling stake to another consortium, including BlackRock Inc., which is an American multinational investment company. The sale would effectively put the ports under American control once the sale is complete. As expected, Hegseth's statement triggered a fiery response from the Chinese government. China condemned Hegseth's remarks and slammed him for falsely portraying China as a threat to the Panama Canal, urging the U.S. to cease spreading misleading remarks.
The U.S. senior official maliciously attacked China and vilified and sabotaged China-Panama cooperation, which once again lays bare America's bullying and hegemonic nature. China firmly opposes it. It is so clear for all to see who wants to control the Panama Canal. The U.S. should take a hard look in the mirror to find out who is threatening other countries' sovereignty, security, and development. China calls on the U.S. to stop spreading rumors and making trouble, and stop linking China to the Panama Canal issue with ill intention to find an excuse for America's attempt to control the canal. Meanwhile, let me stress that compromise and concession does not protect sovereignty or win respect, but will only embolden the bully.
But it wasn't just the Chinese. In Panama City, protesters held signs, shouted slogans against the U.S. Defense Secretary's visit. In fact, those who were discontent also criticized their own president and called him a traitor. They accused him of giving away their sovereignty and self-determination.
Both Trump, Rubio, and now Pete Hegseth have indicated that they are going to take the canal, and obviously the Panamanian people cannot accept this, and that is why we, a handful of patriots, are on the street today rejecting the presence of the Secretary of War in Panama and repudiating Molino, the traitor, who behind the people's back is giving away our sovereignty and our self-determination. That's why we are here on the street today.
Built by the U.S. in the early 1900s to facilitate the transit of commercial and military vessels, the canal is one of the most important trade corridors in the world, facilitating trade between major economies including Japan, the European Union, Latin America. More than 40% of U.S. container traffic, valued at roughly $270 billion a year, goes through the Panama Canal. It is the world's second busiest interoceanic waterway. U.S. President Trump has repeatedly asserted that the U.S. is being overcharged to use the canal. He has said that China has influence over its operations, all allegations that Panama has denied. So where did the China concern come from? From the fact that a Hong Kong consortium currently holds a 25-year lease on ports at either end of the Panama Canal. The Panamanian government announced that the lease was being audited and on Monday concluded that there were irregularities. In only 2 decades, China has become a dominant player in shipbuilding, claiming more than half of the world's commercial shipbuilding market. According to a report released last month by the Center for Strategic and International Studies, the U.S. share has fallen to just 0.1%. posing serious economic and national security challenges for the U.S. and its allies. And as a result, U.S. President Trump vowed to take back the Panama Canal and launch a series of military deployments and joint exercises with Panama. Early this year, Trump refused to rule out the use of military force to take control of the canal. That's right. He told reporters that all options are on the table, if it meant protecting national security interests. His top official, Hegseth, has also confirmed that multiple U.S. Navy ships, Coast Guard ships, aircraft have since been deployed in and around Panama as part of a quote-unquote bold first steps to revive defense and security ties between the countries.